Hello everyone, I'm Hachiski, and today I'm going to go over my strategy for getting the Gold Apocalypse Trophy in Phasmophobia. For those who don't know what the Gold Apocalypse Trophy is or what the Apocalypse Challenge is, here's the deal. The patch where the developers added custom difficulty and swapped the old Asylum map for the new Sunny Meadows, they also added a new feature, trophies. Now, if you've played recently, you may have gotten your Halloween trophy, or most recently, the Easter trophy. But the first trophy they implemented was the Apocalypse Trophy, or the at the time new Apocalypse Challenge. Originally, the Apocalypse Challenge was going to be an event to get your name immortalized in Phasmophobia by being the first to beat Sunny Meadows on the highest custom difficulty that you could create. But they quickly changed it. In part because the content creators that had early access ended up doing the highest difficulty, which was at the time a 24 times multiplier, before the update was officially released. So today, the Apocalypse Challenge is a 3-tiered challenge to complete a game on Sunny Meadows on one of the 3 difficulty settings. Today, after the significant rework of custom difficulty to be less abused, these are at 6 times for bronze, 10 times for silver, and 15 for gold. And completion in this case means finding the correct ghost, doing all 3 objectives, and getting a photo of the ghost. Now, this challenge is daunting, especially since the majority of the player base doesn't even play professional. But with a little math, we can effectively deduce a simple methodology that turns this challenge into less of a walking simulator and more of a grind that you can definitely complete. To be clear, I'm not saying listening to me will guarantee success. I'm saying that it'll give you an effective way of eventually succeeding if you spend enough time on it. Now, with all that said, I'll explain the strategy and the math behind it. First of all, let's acknowledge something. At max difficulty, this game is not just hard, it gets pretty boring. Without sprinting and being at half your normal speed, moving is a slog. This is exacerbated by the fact that Sunny Meadows is the biggest map currently in the game, and since you cannot do this challenge on the restricted variant, you'll have to check potentially up to 69 rooms, and then keep moving back and forth between the room and the exit. This strategy minimizes the amount of moving that you have to do, simply by remaining at the entrance. Now that I tell you this, you may say that you can't just not look for the ghost. But my response to that is that you absolutely can, and in fact it's statistically superior. But how? Well, you see, in Phasmophobia, the ghost chooses a single room to be in at the start of the game, and from there it can move rooms to adjacent rooms, however it wishes. And since there's 69 rooms to choose on Sunny Meadow, and it's actually a very spread out map, the likelihood of it being close is very low. If we're to generously estimate that half of the rooms are far away, and even round down since we can't have half a room, that's still a 1 in 34 chance, or a 2.9% chance of it being close. This means the odds that you have to walk a very far distance to get to the ghost are extremely high. Now let's go a different direction. In Phasmophobia, there's 24 ghosts. 3 of these ghosts have the ability to go straight to the player. Those being Wraith, Phantom, and Banshee. This gives you a 1 in 8 chance of having one of these 3, which in percentage form is 12.5. Furthermore, each of these 3 ghosts are prime candidates to find even without evidence, as they can be distinguished with a few key facts. Since a Wraith teleports to a player, it'll be the only one to go through nearby motion sensors before it goes through one that's further away. Furthermore, you can also place salt lines at these motion sensors to absolutely confirm or deny that it's a Wraith, since Wraiths are the only ghosts that cannot step in salt. Then there's Phantoms. Phantoms will disappear in the middle of events despite the event continuing when you take a photo of it. You can confirm it's a Phantom by checking if there's any glitches in the photo you took. If there's none, or you don't see a ghost in the photo, there's a good chance that it's a Phantom. You may also determine it by watching it during a hunt. If it's invisible more than it's visible during a hunt, there's a significant chance of it being a Phantom. Then, by process of elimination, you can determine if it's a Banshee by determining that it's neither of the other 2 ghosts. But you can still try to get the Banshee's paramic scream. However, it is simply easier to rule out the other two than trying to get the Banshee's unique evidence, especially since you have to get a ghost photo for this challenge anyways. With that said, let's move into the in-game portion, where I can show you the specifics of how I think you should position things and how to deal with certain evidence. So firstly, I'd advise you just to bring everything. In technicality, you don't actually need everything. Things like tripods, things like tripods, video cameras, pills are all unnecessary, and in the case of pills, useless. Flashlights as well will be useless, but I am just bringing everything for the sake of convenience. If you're doing this yourself, you can make your own loadout with only the things you'll be able to use and need. Just make sure you consider every possible secondary objective that you can get, such as candle, crucifix. Crucifix you'll definitely be wanting regardless. I also advise you take all smudges for safety, and motion sensors are very necessary for what we're doing. You'll also need salt for both the potential of getting the... Actually, I think they removed the objective because of Wraith, but you'll want salt to determine Wraith regardless. I'm not sure if the objective's still around. You'll want parabolic microphone for the objective. Candle is objective and it's convenient for light. EMF sensor, you get one for free, but it can be an objective, so maybe you'll want to take two, just in case. Books, glow sticks are useless. You can still take glow sticks if you want to get foot photos, since you're taking salt anyways. And head-mounted cameras are just useless. I don't even know why I bring them. Ever, in fact. You're not going to get evidence anyways, so dots is a no-no. Spirit box, nah. In general, you're just going to want to bring the stuff that you need. So the way I usually set this up is I start with 2 crucifixes and a motion sensor. You can start however you want. And in fact, as you can see, I'm not even playing on the settings. I'm just doing this for demo. But in fact, you don't even have to enter initially. You can just throw stuff in. And if you're going to have to do candle objective anyways, I'd probably advise you to just light a candle and drop it in. So if you do something like this, you're going to be on heavy rain, so you need to slightly enter. And you can just leave that. The ghost conveniently used stuff, but I'm not playing anyways. You're also going to want a candle, and you're going to want to have at least one other motion sensor. Or, not a candle. You want a photo camera, one other motion sensor. So on your second run, you should get... So first run, I'd say 2 crucifixes, motion sensor. And the way you're going to want to set up the crucifixes is you're going to want to put this crucifix right about here. As you can see, that this position will cover about the whole area of this little room. And then the next one, you want to cover as much area as you can over here. So right about there. And then I like to put my first motion sensor right next to this help desk here. And since I have different settings on, I can actually light this up and show you the area we're working in. So you can see this motion sensor will hit this desk and definitely guarantee that the ghost is here. And then your second motion sensor, I'm going to say you should place right about here. Now, the reason why we want to do these choke points is 1, it guarantees that the ghost will hit it, and 2, it makes it easier to make chalk lines with, or not chalk, salt lines with. So when you get your salt, you only really need 2, but you can have a 3rd in case you really want to be safe. But with this, you can just do like this, and the ghost does have some thickness to it, so you don't need it to be an absolute line. So you can do stuff like this, and that'll actually cover majority of it. And then if you have like candle objective or just want candles down, I'd place them around here and here. Because the ghost, when it comes to you, it'll still eventually want to go backwards to where its room is. So if you have 2 here, it just makes sure that for the crucifixes, 1, you're safe as it walks back, and you're not going to have it instantly like go straight to you when it hunts or some shit. And 2, it has more chances to blow out more candles. And then from there, it's pretty much just waiting around. You're going to be waiting, and when it hunts the first time, it'll probably be during your setup as you're placing things, but you're probably going to be safe anyways because the ghost is most likely going to be very far away. After that, you should get all your setup done, all the setup that's possible anyways, especially if you throw your stuff in before entering. You should be safe enough to just do whatever you want. And then after you're set up, I'd give it a hunt or 2 after the first to try and see if it'll go straight to you. If not, just re-roll the game, try it again, and keep going until you get what you want. I'd advise you put on some Netflix or something, some YouTube videos in the background, maybe watch one of my streams, and try to just play around. Not really playing, but just waiting. Like I said, this is going to be more of a grind than a run, so it'll just take a few tries, but within 4 or 5 attempts, you should get a ghost that is worth it. That's how much it usually takes me. Of course, it can go upwards of that if you get bad luck, but hopefully you won't. And if you die, it's no big deal. It doesn't take too much time. It's just about like 5-10 minutes each failed. 5-10 minutes for each ghost that you're gonna throw away and reroll. And of course, you want smudge in here as well. I didn't bring in smudge, but you should throw in extra smudge since you want to be safe in here. You never know if it might hunt you instantly or something. But the crucifixes are there to keep you safe immediately. The smudge is so you can smudge it away. Oh, the ghost used the breaker all the way over here. Oh, nice. Anyways, that's how you set it up. The rest of this video will be showing exactly what I did during my attempts. Alright. Absolutely scammed. Where's the Slender Man? Holy shit, I walk in the fucking thing and it instant hunts me. But you know what? I'm gonna say most unattentive, like, people just driving by wouldn't even care about that. Why would he even say cut the camera? Slender Man doesn't even do anything there. What the fuck? Okay, drive past them. Alright, you pull over. Okay, no, you don't pick up hitchhikers, kids. Come on. Alright, it's a very dark road. How could this ever go wrong? Dark roads are very friendly and inviting. The ghost came to me! Lisa came for me! It set off. It's another wraith, I think. Comes with smudge sticks. Oh, I have to repel her. Well, oh. Alright, that's enough of Slenderman. Alright, so probably a wraith came to me really quickly. I smudged it, so we do have some time to do things. I can confirm wraith with some lines of salt, and then I'll get camera and yeah, we'll do setup stuff. At Hooters, I'm getting a table. Well, I might be getting the W. The whole battle pass. Bro, I'm gonna get this. This is the same clip from the intro. Why are you even... Oh my god. Okay, let's do this. Is this ghost really just not doing anything? It came to me once, so I know it's one that'll come to me. It's here. It instantly set off that motion sensor. Ghost photo. Okay, so it's near here. If it hunts, I just book it backwards and like smudge. And I have to basically then pray that it doesn't hunt me too much. So this is Wraith. This could be the run. It ran away. This could be it. I got all the objectives. Elisa giving me the W would be the fattest thing ever. Okay, if this is somehow not a Wraith, I'm calling bullshit and shenanigans. Because twice it came straight onto me and didn't use the salt at all. But I got the photo, I got all the objectives. This should be it. Pray to God. Let's pray right now that I'm not getting trolled by like Phantom or Mimic. Yes!
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
The stream was only like an hour 20. Weekly survive. I got 2 of my weeklies. I had this as well. Holy shit, man. Bro, if the game just didn't give me the trophy, I'll be so mad. Look at that fat payout. I made 2,000 for this. I got the gold trophy. But I don't have the silver? Huh? It doesn't give me the silver as well? That's all the things for silver too, though. Okay. Alright. Alright. Hey! I'm gonna screenshot this. That's so weird. Yeah, I'll get silver done in a second. I'm sending this to a friend of mine I've used to play with a lot. If you've made it to this point, please leave a comment below. Leave a like as well if you liked the video, especially if it helped you get this Gold Apocalypse trophy. And share it with anyone who also plays Phasmophobia if you think it's a good guide. And if you liked this video, how about you check out my Ghost Guide series I made a little while back where I went over every ghost's abilities and what they do. Anyways, I hope this guide really helped everyone, and as always, peace.